Hey guys, what's going on? This is Reggie. Another video, another something. Today, gonna talk about a little bit of my experience with Samsung's customer service. Now, just want to let you guys know beforehand, I'm a huge fanboy of Samsung. Like, I love Samsung. I love their products. It's amazing. It's expensive, but it's amazing product. Like, it's very techy. It's quality. Some people will disagree. I'm a fanboy. What can I say, right? There's fanboys out there. So anyway, so that's just a quick disclaimer. Now, this is about my experience with Samsung's customer service when I called for that. So just a quick tell you what it is about. So basically, our fridge was dying. Our old fridge. It wasn't a Samsung. It was a different brand. We had it for 10 years. Yeah, around 10 years. So it was, it was there. The ice maker wasn't working properly, which is huge because we love our ice. The water was kind of not working all the time also. So it was time to replace it. This was during the Black Friday time. So there was a lot of sales going on for different fridges. We saw some good ones for LG, Whirlpool, other brands, But again, Samsung. So we chose Samsung. My wifey liked the 4-door fridge that Samsung has. It's actually pretty good. I'll do a review on that later. Anyway, so we saw the fridge. Now there's two types: the family hub, which has the screen. Man, I want that one so bad, but those are expensive. Like, I love you, Samsung, but damn, man, that's expensive. The other one is the non-family hub, the non-screen, which is what we got. Because just, man, it's $3,500, $3,000. That's just too much. Ordered the fridge, because it was on sale, so it wasn't bad. Came out to like $2,000, I think, versus 25 or 2,600 that was listed at. So good savings. We got the notification that everything will be done, that we'll get the fridge delivered by the 31st of December-ish. 31st of December. And again, this is the holiday season, so I get it. It's all sold out everywhere because the sale and everything going on. We were cool with it. Later, time passes. We noticed that on the Samsung, and we got it from Samsung.com too. So, I always keep looking at other things Samsung has, and then I noticed that and this is a couple of weeks afterwards, the purchase, right? I noticed that Samsung had that in stock again. And I was like, hey, let me see if I can update my my shipment date from the 31st to sooner time. So I went and logged into my account, and lucky us, we were able to update the shipment date, or delivery date, sorry, from the 31st of December to November 26th, I believe it was. So I was like, sweet. We went in and did that, took the day off on that day, so I was there at home. Make sure everything done. We got the notification saying delivery was set, everything was good. There the delivery comes, no calls, no nothing. I contact the Samsung support line to figure out what's going on, speak to somebody on there, let them know the situation. It's kind of irritated. I was like, hey, took the day off, so I kind of wasted a day waiting for you guys. And she says, hey, we don't see any updates that says that. I'm like, no, I can forward you the email. I have the email from Samsung, says my delivery date is now updated to the 26th. So she couldn't do anything about that, but she went ahead and said, you know what, we'll go ahead and give you a 10% discount. I was like, oh shit, okay, I'll take that. I'm not gonna complain. She said, yeah, just go ahead and contact us back when you get the fridge delivered, and we will process the refund for you. So I'm like, cool. Now we get an email from Samsung on the 13th of December that they're able to deliver the fridge on the 13th. And I'm like, okay, that's not bad. I mean, it's not the 31st, which is good. It's not the 26th of November, which is, bad, but I wanted it then. But the 13th is good, so I took the day off again. And they came and delivered, everything was good. So then I went ahead and emailed Samsung's support. Now, I had that lady that told me about the 10% email me to let me know that, hey, I'm gonna get the 10%. So this is all in writing, everything else. So I'm like, cool. Email her, start the process of, hey, can I get that 10% discount or refund that you guys promised me? Fridge has been delivered, so I appreciate it. It comes up to about $250. That's a lot of money. Contact them, and a few days go by, no reply. Contact them again. A few days go by, they say, hey, they're working on it. Contact them again. I'm contacting them like all the time now, a couple of days, getting like wondering what's going on. Like, why are they taking so long, right? Turns out, finally they say, hey, we cannot process the refund because we're the e-commerce department. You have to contact Home Appliance. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense. I mean, how, for me, like as a customer, I don't care if you're e-commerce, customer service, janitorial, whatever. It doesn't matter to me, right? You guys promised the refund, process it. Contact your guys' Home Appliance department and tell them, what am I supposed to do? So apparently I'm supposed to email or call them. So I call Home Appliance, tell them the situation. They say, hey, sorry, we don't have any record of this conversation that you had with e-commerce. And I'm like, oh, I've got tickets. I got 2 tickets. The original ticket that was created on the 26th that I called about. And then the second ticket that was created on all the follow-ups that I've been doing with e-commerce. I have them here. Here's the numbers. They pull it up. They said it doesn't exist. I'm like, dude, that can't be right, man. Like, I've been doing all these talks with them. Like, they said so. They're like, no, only thing we can do is $50. I'm like, what the hell's $50? Like, I was expecting 250, I'm kind of upset now. I'm like, come on, Samsung, what's going on with your support? So the guy, and I'm like, hey, can you talk to your supervisor or whatever so I can get this done? He cold transfers me, and I'm like, come on, man, that's the rude customer service. That's not right. So he cold transfers me to the e-commerce department. I speak to them, and the lady who was on the phone, she's like, oh yeah, I see the tickets. I'm like, oh, that's weird, because the other dude from Home Appliance said they couldn't see it. So he's like, oh, no, I see everything. It says all about it, 10% everything else. So, but, it looks like you're going to have to talk to Home Appliance. And I'm like, I just talked to them, and they said they couldn't help me. So could you please help me? And she said, no, I can't help you because he's Home Appliance, blah, blah, blah. They transfer me again. And I'm like, come on, man, I'm getting transferred left and right. What's going on? Just give me my refund, Go back to Home Appliance. I tell them the situation. I tell them that it's from e-commerce. And then finally the guy's like, hey, we can't access e-commerce tickets. We can only access Home Appliance tickets. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. You guys are one company, Samsung. So why do you have multiple different tickets? And it also doesn't make sense because if one department promises something and another department can't access the ticket to reference what's going on, the customer is screwed. Like, literally, right? In my situation, I'm screwed. He's like, sorry, I can't help you. You can only talk to e-commerce. So he transfers me again. And I asked him, and I'm like, hey, can you not transfer me? Can you warm transfer me? So you can speak to the rep. They didn't warm transfer me at all. They just cold transferred me again. I went back to e-commerce. After a while, I spoke to the person. Now the e-commerce people, they were talking to me and they said, hey, we'll go ahead and talk to them and let you know. So they were talking to them. I was on hold for an hour at least when they were doing this conversation. Now this entire conversation was about 4 hours of phone call. 4 hours of phone call, okay? That's excluding chat, excluding emails. 4 hours of phone call. I spent 4 hours on the phone with these guys, e-commerce and Home Appliance. Then the guy comes back from e-commerce and says, oh, I spoke with them. They know the situation. They'll go ahead and proceed with the refund. I'll transfer you now. I'm like, okay, you spoke to them there. And he even assured me that, yeah, the person is on the other line. You're going to transfer to them right now. So he transfers me and it goes to Home Appliance Tech Support. Home Appliance Tech Support. And the lady on the line is like, I'm sorry, but I'm Home Appliance Tech Support. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody spoke to me about anything. You just got transferred over to me. I was like, what? Like, I just spent like almost an hour waiting on hold for this guy. She's like, I can transfer you back to e-commerce or to Home Appliance, but I can't help you. So I'm like, okay, transfer me to e-commerce. So she transfers me over, on hold again, talk to the person. They say they can't help me. I ask for the supervisor. Nobody helps me. Nobody gives me a supervisor. Every time I got on the phone with somebody, I asked for the supervisor. Not a single person escalated the call to a supervisor or above. Not a single person. There was a total of 8 transfers that I went through. 8 people I spoke to. 8 times I asked for a supervisor or above. 8 times I got denied. And 2 times I got hung up, like straight hung up on. And then 6 times I got cold transferred, never a warm transfer. Anyway, final call was done. Some person, he understood the situation. He explained to me, hey, Home Appliance is the only one that can give you refunds. E-commerce cannot. So if they ever promise you something like that, don't take it. You have to call a Home Appliance when it comes to your fridge. And he said the only thing we can do is $50. But I'm like, hey man, I've got all the evidence. I've got emails. I've got everything stating what's going on. Can this get escalated? So he finally said, okay, I'll go ahead and escalate this over to our Samsung's escalations. He took all the information down, the ticket down, everything, order number, blah, blah, blah. He said, I'll get a call within 48 hours. It's been 3 business days, actually 4 business days now. And I haven't gotten a call, so I'll call Home Appliance to find out what's going on with this. I'm not expecting anything to come out of this. I've pretty much given up. But yeah. But here's my thing. Samsung, man, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Your products are amazing. I've got your monitors, I've got your phone, I've got your charger, I got your fridge now, I've got appliances. Like, I've got a lot of things of yours, you know, a lot. But this is the first time I ever had to call customer service because your stuff never breaks down, so I never had to, right? But I'm very disappointed at your customer service. Very disappointed. 4 hours of being on the phone, excluding email conversations and chat that I did, and that's a totally different set. The chat alone that I had to do lasted about 3+ hours, so that's 7 hours, and the emails, if you count it up, probably an hour. So this is probably pretty much an 8-hour day of my time, you know. But I'm keeping it cool. I'm hoping that somebody from Samsung, or if you guys know somebody from Samsung, reference this over to them so they can contact me and talk with me, you know, like, what's going on. Let's figure out what happened to your customer service. I'd like to provide feedback on what you can do to improve your service. I'll just actually blurt it out right now. One of the things that you should do with your customer service is you should have your agents listen to the customer's concern, because it seems like that was never done. Like, it was literally never done. They do a lot of script reading, which is kind of annoying and frustrating, because every time you tell them the situation, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, I understand what you're saying. The thing is, like, when you say the first time, I get it, you know, it's like, oh, okay, cool, you understand what I'm saying, that's perfect. But when you say it 8 times and then you hang up or cold transfer every time, or you just keep talking when the customer is explaining stuff, at that point, the service, it's a script, right? It doesn't matter what you say. You're not being real. You're just faking the thing. So at that point, it was obvious. It's like, hey, all you're doing is irritating the customer. And I was getting irritated. I was like, okay, please stop talking so I can just explain to you the situation. And even after you explain the situation of everything going on, like, I learned so much about the different departments. You know, I learned that if you have a home appliance issue and any other department contacts you, you tell them to transfer you to home appliance, or you hang up and you try home appliance. If any other department talks with you, they're not going to be of any help at all. Like, literally, they're not going to be of any help. They can promise you everything, but nothing's going to come out of it. So that's something I've learned. Another thing I've learned is each department has its own ticketing system. So if home appliance is helping you, e-commerce is helping you, something else is helping you, they all have 3 different, 4 different, 10 different ticketing systems. So no department will understand what the other department did, which is strange, because I'm from IT. I do IT all the time, and we have a one single ticketing system. So every department in my IT, right, and outside of IT, knows what's going on, because that's you know, we need to all understand what's happening, like, when we troubleshoot. So Samsung, please hit me up, contact me. I even tweeted to you guys. I tweeted to Samsung USA, and I tweeted to Samsung support, explained the situation, what's going on. This was I don't know, 5 business days ago. No reply from their tweets either. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm disappointed, you know, that their service was so lackluster. I expected more from Samsung. They spend a lot of money, you know, on marketing. I mean, they really do. They spend a lot of money on marketing, and their products are amazing. Like I said, I'm gonna keep praising their products because their products are badass. I didn't have an issue with the product, I'm not going to, but I did have a issue with their service. But it just makes you wonder, right? If you have an issue with the product and you have to call support, I mean, how bad is that gonna be? You know, it's got a sour taste in my mouth. And I'd like to create a new video or update this video that reflects the customer service that I should have gotten. Maybe there was some kind of issue at that time when I called. That's why I got the bad customer service. And I hope that Samsung fixes that. I'd like to reflect on the customer service that you're supposed to get as a customer when you have an issue. So Samsung, please contact me. You viewers, you know, my audience, please let Samsung know if you can about, hey, you know, guys, contact Reggie and find out what's going on. Why was this happening? I have all the email strands or whatever, email chains in my email box about the conversation about the promise of the 10% discount. I was promised that, and you guys aren't able to deliver, which is sad. But yeah, so that's my whole Samsung, customer service. Disappointed, expected more. The brand itself is good. The product is good. I still recommend the product. I just hope that you don't have to call customer service like I had to. But yeah, okay. Well, a pretty long rant, right? Well, not a rant, but just a experience sharing for you guys. Anyway, so if you like the video, like it, subscribe below, or subscribe, and comment below about your experience with Samsung or LG or Whirlpool, any company. How has it been? Like, how are these big companies with their marketing and their products, and they're actually amazing products that work, that you guys love. I know that we have fanboys of every, or fangirls, fanboys of every product, right? I'm a Samsung fanboy. If you're a fanboy or a girl and you had to deal with the customer service, how was it? Were you disappointed? Did it put a sour taste in your mouth knowing that you love the product so much and the brand and the company, but when you got help, you were like, I can't believe I got treated this way. That's upsetting. I can't believe that. I expected more. Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe, like it. I'm almost at 600 subs. Let's make that 600 subs, guys. Come on, let's make it happen, man. I can't believe we're almost at 600. And then of course, like the video. Liking the video really helps the channel grow. I'd appreciate it. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.